So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I am going to try another stream. I did this in a hurry. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. So, folks, let me know what you think in the comment section below about the last couple streams. And I'm just going to get straight into it. I hope I did this in a hurry, but the lineups have been announced. So, it seems as if Inzaghi is going with two up front, Lautaro Martinez and Dzeko. Demarco, Mkhitaryan, Brozovic, Barella, Dumfries from left to right accordingly. Dumfries on the right, Demarco on the left, Bastoni, Akerbi, and Darmian as the three centre backs with Onana in goal. Benfica is going with the 4-2-3-1 formation, which I'm a little bit shocked here because, and folks, you can let me know if this is correct. I'm not seeing Nicolas Otamendi in there, which is very strange. I'm going to take a look. Unless I'm missing something, unless he's injured. This is very strange because I love Nicolas Otamendi, but I'm actually relieved that he's not there if that's not the case. So yeah, let me know what you all think about this lineup and how it's gonna go. So once again, this is Andre Sooklal of EXTV once again doing our live streams and trying to get this out there to all my people. I'm trying to multitask and do all these things here at the same time. And guys, we are from Trinidad and Tobago, the Inter Milan fans of Trinidad and Tobago, but as you know, it's a worldwide organization. We all love Inter Milan, and this is a big game. Inter Milan has not been doing well at all. It is kind of scary to me how Inter have been playing. We conceded a ridiculous goal. It just doesn't seem to be going well for us. But, here we go. Here we go. So, guys, I really would love to get the support from, my boys from Trinidad and Tobago, which is where I'm from. And, we'll see how this goes. So, keep the comments coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share as well. It really helps the channel. And I'm really trying to push Serie A content. So I'm looking at it here on my TV, and there is no Nicolas Otamendi, which I am glad about, okay? Because it's no secret that I'm an Argentinian fan. Nicolas Otamendi is one of those guys who are very, very, very... who has been very much improved and is a leader at the back. He's a World Cup winner. And I have to admit, I am legitimately a bit shocked, but in a good way. About that. So folks, if you're watching this, please join in. Let me know if the audio is okay. I'll try to help the people that don't have access to a live stream, and for people all over the planet that are joining us, feel free to check us out on extvmedia.com. Follow us on Instagram. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I'm an Inter Milan fan, so naturally I'm going to do this, and we'll see. So folks, those are the lineups. I'm seeing it on the screen here. Just like what I said before, but I am legitimately shocked that there's no Nicolas Otamendi for Benfica, which is a good thing for us Inter Milan fans. Inter Milan, I think, picked the expected lineup. Let me know if you all think what you all think about the lineup, if you all agree with it. I have my lucky Inter Milan cup as requested the last time around, and I'll tell you guys and gals a joke. As an Inter Milan fan in Trinidad and Tobago, when I used to work at Digicel, I got this cup as a joke in 2010, and all the EPL fans were giving this to me and saying, hey, this is the only cup Inter will ever had. And guess what? They won the treble. So maybe that good luck charm will come in today. I don't have a drink in there, but we'll see how it goes. So folks, let me know if you guys are hearing the audio okay. The reason why I'm looking in this direction, it's because my TV is in a little bit of a weird angle. So it's kicked off as expected. Inter is going to play, with that back three at the back. But folks, I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Inter Milan right now. My Inter Milan guys in the group, please let me know. Please let me know if you guys are getting through and having a good time with this chat. So I'm trying to communicate with some people here. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm waiting for people to jump in. Folks, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Once again, please do join in the live chat. It really helps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Everybody else out there, please support the channel. And let's go. Let's Inter Milan, folks. Inter Milan. So, like true champions, I'm drinking my Milo. I saw many people saying that this could make or break, Inzaghi. I know a lot of people are asking for him to go. And I'm not surprised. I actually think, a lot of his, you know, decisions have really kind of hurt the team. And I I I am speechless at times with Inter Milan. So it seems like pretty cagey beginning. Inter Milan are just kind of controlling the ball, um, playing that three at the back where they kind of keep the ball and try to probably swing on the counter attack. Um, I'm hoping, folks, that this game gives Inter Milan the focus that they need. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below about Inzaghi. Do you think he needs to go? A lot of people are saying he needs to be done and just get out of the club. I don't know who the replacements are. But, right now we can just focus on this game and hope we get the result. We have good players. They just need to perform. This is a squad that has talented players, but we've been wasting chances. Lukaku, just not the same guy. Lautaro Martinez seems to be carrying the goal scoring load on his back. He needs a second person. We know Correa is a guy who I know a lot of people are not happy with, but he came in and it hasn't been really working for him. So folks, this is going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult. So I'm legitimately shocked. And I guess we'll probably find out in the reports. Folks, you could let me know if you find anything about why Nicolas Otamendi is not there. But this is going to be a tricky game. A lot of people are saying we got the best draw considering. I will say this, and I said this repeatedly. I think Nicolas Otamendi not being there and then the sale of Enzo Fernandez is a relief. But also, Benfica is still a very tricky team. But I think Nicolas Otamendi is a very crucial player for Benfica's defense. And I think it may work in our favor. Because I think ever since Otamendi left Manchester City and went to Portugal, he has become a defender. I actually always wanted him at Inter Milan when we still had money. Yes, I like Argentina. And I like Argentinian players. I felt as if he could have been a great addition for us because he's a winner, but it just didn't happen. So yeah, so it's 0-0. We're approaching the 4th minute. Nothing really eventful to speak of. I think both teams are kind of feeling themselves out, and we'll see how it goes. So folks, if you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. We'll be giving away prizes. I'm wearing my Inter Milan scarf and my gear. And let me know what you think about the stream. If you're hearing me okay, if you enjoyed the last stream. For some reason, because I'm not an expert streamer, the video pops up twice on the YouTube channel. So, I hope everybody kind of goes towards this one. And, we have, a good time doing this. I'm very stressed. I can't pretend like I'm having, a great time doing this. So, because I'm stressed. I really am stressed. So, folks, like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section below about this. I really think we could get something from these games, guys. I really think so. So, we are continuing with this here now. I have to be honest. I'm looking at this on TV, and I don't know why. Even my TV glitch is kind of glitching a little bit. But if you're wondering why I keep looking in this direction, it's because my TV is kind of like extremely off to this direction. So this is going to be very difficult, folks. I think one key factor that has been hurting Inter Milan all season is the fact that we haven't been able to score goals. And, guys, I know a lot of you there are seeing, Mkhitaryan should be benched and things like that. But just, I think if we could nick a goal in the earlies and just get that confidence in, I think it will do well, not just for this game, for us for the rest of the season. We need to get back into the Champions League. From what I'm seeing here, I see like we're creating some chances. Um, in terms, not chance creation, but kind of keeping the passes along, trying to find some gaps. We're not playing very fast, but this is how Inzaghi has set his team up to play. We play with three at the back. It's a slight variation from Conte, but it it's a team that's playing how I think you would expect them to play. A team that's lacking confidence and just not doing it. So, folks, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Join in. I'm gonna try to do this from here. Like I said, guys. Like I said. So I want to say a big shout out to my guys who supported me last time. I know sometimes everybody right now is watching the game from their cars all over the place, and people jump on. So for those of you who can't see the game, I'll try to update you as much as possible. We have not really done. Both teams have not really created anything in particular. They're kind of just feeling themselves out, keeping the ball a little bit cautious. We are playing away from home, so I'm guessing just to kind of get comfortable. Inter Milan are just kind of holding on to the ball, which I guess with a team that's lacking confidence. I'm not saying I agree with how they are playing, but I think it kind of makes sense that they would be playing the way they're playing. So, folks, just let me know if you're hearing my audio okay. I'm gonna just do a quick mic check. Um, so I know, I think. Okay, I think now you guys may be hearing me a little bit better. Folks, let me know what you're thinking. I know there were some audio issues before, but I think it may be better now. Now, I'm very quietly confident, and I'm going to say this over and over. With no Ottoman in the back there, we have a good chance. So for some reason on my channel, because I'm paying for this on it's being shown on Sportsmax, I have a big block on my screen saying UEFA Champions League, which is really stupid. I wish you could see it, but it's a watch along and I can't do that. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to be calm here. So Inter Milan fans, I haven't really seen anything in particular that's making me worried, but also not anything in particular that's special. So I think although we're criticizing Inzaghi, I think the team is playing a pretty smart game. Not trying to overly attack and commit. But Inter Milan has this way we play, where it's kind of like we're caught between offense and defense, and we're kind of stuck in the middle, and it doesn't really get us anywhere. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Kind of sad, to be honest. So we are now 9 minutes in, nothing of particular. So I'm going to try to adjust my screen so I can see a little bit. So folks, just jump on and join in. I'll be back in one moment. And I'm back, folks. So I had to change channels because it was really dumb. I had something on my screen. So, folks, let me know what you're thinking. Join in the comment section below. All my Inter Milan fans, I'm not hearing or seeing you all. Let me know what's going on. Inter Milan fans all around the world, please let me know your thoughts about what's going on in this particular game. It's 0-0 at the 10th minute mark. I haven't seen anything in particular. The one notable absentee, like I mentioned, it's the absence of Nicolas Otamendi. So that's a little bit of a shock for me. Guys, be sure to jump in the conversation, like, subscribe, comment, because when you do that, you automatically qualify for chances to win a prize from EXTV, a jersey of your choice. You know, maybe a copy of FIFA 24 when it comes out, if there is even a FIFA 24. I think it's EA Sports FC. So you know, Benfica are kind of playing cautious, which I think works for us, for a team that's kind of lacking confidence, to kind of get us calm in away games, and then eventually we can grow into the game. However, we don't want to be too comfortable and then Benfica gets comfortable, which is something Inter Milan does, and we kind of break in. So listen, I love Jekko people. Kirby, what's up? Kirby just joined. Welcome to the chat. I was feeling a little lonely, Kirby, to be honest. What's happening in here? Kirby, you know, be sure to drop a like and, you know, share, and get the other Inter Milan people inside, and, you know, let's talk. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think how this game is going. Do you think that the lineup is okay? What do you think about yeah, I know. What do you think about Otamendi not being there for Benfica? Because I pay attention a lot to the Portuguese league, and I think he's a big loss for them, and it could work in our favor to give some confidence to our strikers. What do you think about the lineup, the tactics? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. And how do you think this game is going to end up? It's Inter Milan, and we don't know. And of course, once again, the Inter Milan Cup is out, folks. So I know Inter Milan fans are few and far between. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I hate that Lukaku isn't playing. Listen, I agree. I think it's very strange. I honestly believe Inzaghi out as always. Yes, so I was talking about that at the beginning. You know, I know a lot of people just want him out as soon as possible. He needs to be gone. And I understand why. I totally understand why. And, you know, to me, it shows that he has lost the changing room. He has lost the changing room. For my streaming people, I don't know why my messages are not popping up on the stream, but I'm seeing it here. So I'm going to try to, you know, pull it up at halftime. But I am seeing your messages. Yeah, Inzaghi has kind of lost the plot. We are Inter Milan's in such a mess. That's another conversation we'll have. So, wow, they definitely swarmed on that. You know, of course, for those of you who know, João Mario, a player who just never did anything for us. For some reason, ex-Inter Milan players always seem to really step it up when they play against us. I guess motivation or whatever. But a lot of people saying even if Inzaghi wins the UCL, he has to go. So I know there's some people that are arguing he just came in at the club at the wrong time. And, you know, there's no money and he's working with a crap squad and the players need to perform, which is valid points. And then some people are saying, you know, he simply just gets it wrong. He gets it wrong and he has no control over the squad. Truth is, we don't know. And then if Inzaghi goes, which I could understand why people are saying that, who comes in? Can we even afford someone who's really good? Do we have to take a chance on another young coach who's coming into a club that's in complete turmoil right now? I think I had this conversation with some of the other Inter Milan fans, and I honestly believe that Inter, for me, I would be okay if this is as far as they go for the Champions League and we qualify for next year, rather than we, you know, go further in the tournament and then drop out of the qualification spots, because we need that money, folks. We need that money. I think that should be the priority. So I think Mr. Coppa Italia Inzaghi he's probably going to win the Coppa Italia and we're going to come fifth. Oh my goodness. Benfica creating a chance and a great save by Onana. So, you know, this is what I was worried about. Kirby says we're winning it. I would love that. I would love that. I think it would give us the kind of injection we need. But we need that money. It's as simple as that. We need that money. I think the money would have probably... Listen, it's like operating a Trinidad and Tobago Pro League team, you know. That's where Inter Milan is right now. Oh, goodness. That guy got way too much space. Way too much space. Guys, in case you're wondering, I would recommend you wear these blue light protectors. I do a lot of streaming. It protects your eyes. I'll put a link in the description below because I'd recommend it for all my brothers and sisters of Inter Milan and people who use PCs. It protects your eyes, especially the arena that we live in. So yeah, while we're doing this, I'm gonna try to multitask and see if I could bring in the chat so people could see people's comments. Because for some reason I'm not getting it. So I'm gonna try to see if I could pull it in for you guys. But that was a chance. That was a little too close, folks. That was a little too close. I don't like that at all. I think it's kind of scary that we are allowing them those chances. So since my chat isn't working, I'm gonna screen grab and bring the YouTube chat in, and you can see the comments coming in, so people don't think I'm talking to myself. So there we go. And there we go. It's a bit of a rough job, but it's in there. I have a good feeling, folks. This is not very analytical. I have a good feeling. And like I said, folks who like, subscribe, and comment, you get opportunities to win prizes such as a FIFA 23 or a jersey of your choice, courtesy from the kind folks of EXTV and my store. Incentives. Kirby thinks we're winning it. Let's see. I know right now a lot of my Inter Milan buddies are glued to their screens. So, we'll see how that goes. So those of you who are just joining us, I just want to let you all know that, yes, I'm trying to load this thing up. So yeah, so those of you who are just joining us, yeah, this is a tense game for us. I think this, depending on how this Champions League leg turns out, will determine if Inzaghi goes or not. I know a lot of people are in some of the circles I'm in do not like Dumfries. I was never a huge fan of him. I think his decision making is poor. I think his ability his athleticism and so on is very good, but I just think he isn't the polished guy yet. I think he could be better in years to come. But so Inter Milan, he does make a lot of mistakes, and it just seems a lot of players are just off form. A lot of players are off form. So Benfica seem to be kind of growing into the game now. They're getting into the Inter Milan's goal area, and the thing is, for any other team, I would be a little bit worried. But generally, I think we're okay. It's almost like Inter's comfortable with their backs against the wall. Oh my goodness! As soon as I said that, a shot by, of course, João Mario, ex-Inter Milan player. Listen, I get so mad when our former players who did nothing for us look so fired up when they play against us. Why is that? Why is that? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So for all my Inter Milan fans out there, and Benfica fans, if you're looking, constantly I get complaints that Trinidadians don't talk enough about Syria and Inter Milan, and I'm trying to give everybody an avenue to talk about it. So let's do this. Let's do this, folks. So it's 20 minutes in, and Benfica are starting to create chances. Inter Milan have not really created anything of significance. I don't know if they're going to try to counter-attack, but the problem I have with that is Dzeko. Listen, I love Dzeko. Dzeko was good in the past, but I saw in the last game we played, there was a couple balls that a younger player would have gotten, and as a result, some of the plays didn't work out. So it's just one of those things. Just one of those things. So Benfica keeping the ball in their own half. Now I know Kirby said he wanted Lukaku to start. I hope Inter shows some courage in the attacking third when the time comes. I understand the caution here, because I really think Benfica without Otamendi is a little less scary. But we haven't really created anything offensively besides just fouling guys, and it's a little bit of a headache, folks. It's a little bit of a headache to look at. So we're 20 minutes in, and I have to be honest, I am a little bit concerned that we are not really creating some sort of chances. I get that we're trying to control the pace of the game, it's an away game. But Benfica is not a very fast team. They actually play very similar in terms of their pace to Inter Milan sometimes. So they're not going to rush at you like maybe how a Premiership team would. So it's teams of similar style and pacing, not necessarily tactics. Not tactics at all. But I think this works in our favor. And hopefully the players calm down. I think if we could get to halftime 0-0 and start creating some chances, that would be good for us. That would be good for us. And I think we would probably gain some confidence. I don't want us to concede a goal and then wake up. So there's a yellow card. I guess we were trying to do an attacking play, and who is that? I can't see it. Oh, Lautaro. Listen, Lautaro, you know, while he's in and out of form, this guy does a lot off the ball for Inter Milan. We really need a striker to complement him. When Lukaku was on form, it worked. But, you know, this is a guy, and I think people are not paying attention to this. You know, this is from the World Cup. He played in the World Cup. He came in with some good form, but, you know, he has way too much work to do. Plus, I think he's carrying some injuries. I see Inzaghi is throwing a fit on the sideline. I'm just not happy with what I'm seeing. You know, Inter Milan just looked devoid of errors. You know, they sort of forced a turnover here. So I think this is a chance where we could kind of, you know, control the play a little bit. We're not really getting much penetration. We're kind of passing the ball around Benfica. So we're not getting in between the lines. I'm not here to do commentary. I'm just a fan just like everybody else. But I can't help but do it. Because I know not everybody is seeing it. Another thing that scares me with this crazy Inter Milan, as we know, is that we always have a mistake in us. Like that game, that goal that, you know, scored on Onana in the last second from Kandreva. Come on. Who does that happen to? So folks, you know, I know everybody's glued to the screen, so at halftime I really want to hear what people have to say. My throat is already dry because I am stressed. I am stressed. So folks, if you're just joining us, be sure to check us out on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, EXTVmedia.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dzeko has some nice hold-up play here. And you can see, you know, from the moment we get the ball, Benfica drops deep into their own half, which makes sense, I guess. I would do the same if I was them. So we're not really getting penetration, and I think Inter is also not really playing too reckless, which I agree with, folks. I agree with. I think they're being cautious. This is the Champions League. There is no need to attack recklessly. It's 0-0. And I think this is kind of an okay way to go until we start getting comfortable. But I also don't think we should do this for the entire game. But this is slowing the game down in a comfortable pace for us. So we're not really getting that penetration. And to be... Ooh, what's happening? It's a cross. Didn't really go anywhere. I think we need to take advantage of the fact that Otamendi isn't there. I'm not taking away from the rest of the Benfica defense. But this may work for us. So it seems as if Inter is trying to go around and down the wings, not getting much leeway, trying to get through the middle. Benfica, to their credit, is covering those spaces. Inter tried to play a little bit of a 1-2 there. They're not getting any success, but they're starting to hold on to the ball. Ooh, a shot from Cherby. I felt as if the effort wasn't bad. Kind of keeps Benfica on their toes. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's kind of good that, you know, we don't just have like pointless possession. Cherby seems to have a little shot in him. And in these kind of games, you know, those are the kind of things that really make the difference. That really make the difference. So for those of you, I know the other game is Bayern Munich, which is versus Manchester City. But this is the game that I'm looking at. Now, I'm looking at this on TV, and you would swear it's a stream. It's only glitching. So Lautaro is looking. That should be a foul. And it is. So Lautaro draws a foul. I think this is a game for somebody like Lautaro to flourish. And even, I know you all are going to laugh when I say this, Korea. So folks, like I said, please don't forget to join in and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Kirby looks like the guy who's going to probably win this prize. So join in. Let me know what you think. So it looks like DeMarco is going to swing one in. Otamendi's not there, so I'm thinking we have a good chance with some of the headers. If we could probably put something on Dzeko or one of our centre backs, we could have a chance. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think Inter should have done more there, but I think with the set pieces we may have a bit of an advantage today. And I think we need to take advantage of the fact that Otamendi isn't there and use our guys who are good at headers. A little bit of a scramble in the box here. Dumfries with a very pointless cross. I think he should have used a little bit more patience there. I mean, you have all these guys in the box and he got to no one. I know a lot of people are on Dumfries, and with good reason. He just isn't really, his decision making at times is really off. I think he's a player who will become better in years to come, though. I'm okay with this approach, folks. I'm okay with this approach. I'm not mad at all about this approach. I actually think it's okay. Away from home, you know, we're starting to come to grips with the game, and you know, it's not you can tell it's a little bit cagey for Inter, but we need to make sure we don't slow it down so much that Benfica could spring a prize on us. So that's the thing about this game. It's very tactical. Oh wow! So my television stream keeps glitching. It's not a stream; it's live TV. Okay, so check. Oh, see, this is where a ball was given to Dzeko, and he just couldn't physically handle it, and he just fell over and lost the ball. And I think that's where Dzeko, although he is quality, and if you give him a chance, he probably will take it. He has experience in these kind of games. His age has caught up with him. And Lukaku is much younger and just looks a shadow of his former self. So, João Mario is pissing me off as an ex-Inter Milan player. Not good. Not good at all. They're calling for a handball. Okay. So there's an appeal for a handball on us. And the ref is looking at it, folks. Oh my goodness. That would be terrible if we get a penalty. I hope not. Okay, so it seems as if we're not going to get that penalty. That would have been crazy. That would have been harsh. That would have been harsh. Yeah, there's no handball. I'm looking at the replay. There is no handball. There is no handball, folks. So like I said, I'm trying to push for Serie A and Inter Milan games, so I really love the support. You know, you guys prove these people wrong that Serie A fans do exist in Trinidad and Tobago. A little bit of a cheeky dink into the box that didn't work. I feel as if we lack that dynamism sometimes. Okay, so we have a little bit of a promising attack, but I think like it's too slow to really create any danger. So we won the ball high up the pitch, but you could tell that there was a lack of confidence going forward. You could tell. Ooh, that's a pretty good tackle. That's a pretty good tackle. That's an excellent tackle from Mkhitaryan. And I like these modern midfielders. For a little while, it stopped with the ability to defend, slide tackle, win the ball, and attack and create. I think that's essential for the modern midfielder. I wish we had money. I wish we could have signed a player like Enzo. So Inter has a corner now, folks. I think we should take advantage of the aerial strength we have. That was not a great corner. Our crossing has been woeful in this game. The follow-up cross just went straight over the bar. I guess it's nerves. I guess it's nerves. So folks, let me know what you think. Be sure to join in and let me know. Okay. Come on. It's a little bit of a dangerous attack from Benfica. Good clearance. It's a good clearance. Benfica is trying to turn up the heat a little bit. The Benfica home fans thinking it should have been a foul. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, usually I'm a bit way more talkative, but it seems like myself and all the other guys out there are very quiet. So Benfica with a giveaway. Oh. Lautaro should have found Dzeko there. You know, kudos to Benfica. You know, that was a dangerous situation. I felt as if Lautaro should have done more. But I think it's down to the lack of confidence. I can tell you folks, now in case you folks are wondering, I actually am an analyst. I work in professional football. I've worked with the Trinidad and Tobago women's national team and other teams. So this is also my job, but today I'm a fan. And I can tell you, working in and around professional teams and national teams, it's amazing how confidence can affect you. Players who are top quality players, if they don't feel confident, the simplest things become difficult. Very difficult. So they're showing a replay here of Lautaro. Oh, he did try to do the pass, but kudos to the Benfica centre back. He read the pass and neutralized something dangerous. I figured if Lautaro had somebody equally as dynamic as him up front, it probably could have caused some harm. But you know, Dzeko, you know, he is what he is. His age, he doesn't have that mobility, and you know, even with that being said, Lautaro should have probably put in a better pass. So folks, we also have some surprises with EXTV coming up. I'm just going to keep it very secret. Keep it secret, keep it safe. So it's the 33rd minute. He tried to find Dzeko again, but once again the Benfica centre-back just kind of picked his pocket. But we're starting to see a little bit more from Inter. So we have to make sure, and that's the tricky thing about the Champions League, we have to make sure that we don't just attack. Start to create some chances, get confident, and concede a goal. And I think from the way how Inter are playing, it seems that's the case. While it's not a perfect game, I'm okay with how it's going so far. It's not perfect, come on, we know that. But I'm just really mad at Mario. You know, you could see these guys are pumped to play Inter Milan. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. So I'm trying to adjust a bit of my streams here, folks. So I have my Elgato switchboard in my hands, and it's proving to be very difficult. I really love the commitment to the tackles though. Is that a foul though? It also seems Inzaghi, really prefers Acerbi. Um, Now, some people are saying Inzaghi is sending Inter Milan into Lazio. Let me know what you think about that one. We have to be careful here. Benfica is also very good at set pieces. So it seems as if, obviously, with Skriniar heading to PSG, Inzaghi seems to clearly favor Acerbi over De Vrij. I don't know if it's tactical or whatever. Maybe, there's a lot of things that happen in training. So it's 36 minutes in, and I have to admit, I'm not entirely unhappy with what I'm seeing. I think Inter is playing how I think they should play in a fixture like this. But also, we're going to eventually have to kind of take some chances and show a little bit commitment. We did get a couple half chances. Benfica is showing that they also have a little bit of nerves. There was a couple giveaways. But I really think we could pull this off. And I think if we get into the Champions League and get to the next round of the Champions League, with all the problems that Inter Milan are having, I would consider this season a success. And I think people need to be realistic about what's going on with Inter Milan. I mean, we could all sit there and complain about, Inzaghi and fire Inzaghi. But the truth is, firing Inzaghi is just not really the full solution. We have a bigger problem, which is money. We can't just bring in big coaches, like the Mourinho's and so on. They're going to have to come in and understand that they're working at a minimal budget. And speaking about Acerbi, he just did a giveaway. But nice recovery tackle. Bastoni recovered it. Dzeko, nice hold-up play to Lautaro. Not the best pass at all. So once again, we had a little bit of a half chance of a breakaway. It didn't really work. Barella looking a little bit more dynamic. Dzeko. Ooh. Not bad. This is the first time I see Inzaghi's clapping. I'm clapping as well because I think that was that's the kind of dynamism we need. Unfortunately it was an in-swinging cross, a little too high for Dzeko, but I think a Dzeko from maybe 2 years ago would have been able to get that, if I'm being really honest. That's a nice idea. But this is an Inter Milan team that's lacking a lot of confidence. Lacking a lot of confidence. A little bit of a scrap. Lautaro is doing what I like. He does nice layoff. A little penetration from DeMarco. Oh my goodness. What was that? Is it offside? Yes, I agree. Like, you could see Dzeko is trying to imply that he wanted the ball a bit quicker. But he was offside. I think DeMarco, even if he played it quicker, the thing is, you could tell this is a team that's lacking confidence up front. You could see they're kind of walking with their heads down. They need to get some goals. I'll be okay, if we just get that 1-0 and go back to San Siro. Miata, Giuseppe Miata. So let's see. Let's get a good delivery. Yeah, we need to make use of these set pieces. I think we have a slight advantage. So let's see the replay. It seemed like it was a direct corner and the keeper just had to punch it out. It seems like a thing that a lot of players are trying now. Inter definitely, from what I'm seeing here, showing that Benfica looks a little bit nervous, which is good. The quality of our crosses, though, have not been good. And maybe it's a credit to maybe the Benfica's wing backs limiting our ability to cross properly. But you know, the supply into the box has been poor, I think. And I think maybe it's a testament to Benfica's defending. So I think Barella is really starting to kind of force himself into the game, which is good. A beautiful pass. Oh, wow. A beautiful pass in, but it was just passed behind Lautaro. With a little bit of calm, I think we could have gotten 1-0 there, folks. So that was a cross to DeMarco. Now, to be honest, I see Dzeko complaining a lot, but he keeps running into offside positions. Oh, that should definitely be a yellow card. There's a foul on Dumfries. I don't know if you all are looking at this. Oh my goodness. Inter Milan. So Inter is starting to look a little bit more comfortable now. I think we have to be very mindful that Inter doesn't attack and then concede. But Inter is starting to look a bit more like themselves now. This is a team that has not won in a while. So, folks, you're going to have to look at this, what I think is probably very frustrating for all Inter Milan fans. It's still 0-0 if you're just joining us in the 43rd minute. Inter has created some chances. It started off really slow. Benfica got a couple, I would say, half chances. But Inter are really starting to kind of get comfortable in the game, you know, get some penetration and create some half chances. But we're going to have to be careful. And I am going to be honest. When I saw that in swinging cross from Benfica just now, I got nightmares from the last game. I'll be honest. So Inter is starting to look a bit more comfortable. You can see that now. They're passing the ball around with a bit more confidence. And, you know, I think we need to capitalize on this. And our strikers need to kind of deliver. And, you know, we need to get that goal, folks. While 0-0 will not be a horrible result, I believe that this Inter Milan side is more than capable of getting a goal. But, as recent form suggests, that hasn't been the case. So, folks, let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think about the starting lineup for Inter Milan? Do you think you're okay with the lineup? I think, honestly, I'm not very angry with how they're playing. I know it's not perfect, but I think it's actually not bad at all. So there was no extra time at all, just straight to the changing room, which was interesting. So it's 0-0, folks. It is 0-0. Inter Milan are doing okay at the half, and you know, I would welcome everybody to join in and support the stream. Like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. You know, show a little class and subscribe. So, you know, all my Inter Milan fans from last time, I'm doing this for you all. Don't forget to show the channel some love. There's a lot of people that saying there are no Serie A fans and Inter Milan fans in this country. For my fans around the planet, you know, we're trying something new, so bear with me. Let me know how the audio is sounding, and it's halftime. What do you think about the tactics so far? What do you think about the performances? Do you think Inzaghi needs to change anything? What do you think about the overall performance of players like Dumfries? I know a lot of people don't really like him. Personally, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, listen, Inter Milan have not been, terrible. And it's kind of sad that I have to say that, but I actually think they're actually doing okay in this game. I think we're lacking sharpness and confidence up front. We don't have that confidence that you usually have with a team that's just kind of rolling with swagger. However, I think, and I've said this 100 times, definitely 100 times or more, that the absence of Nicolas Otamendi could serve us well, and we need to take advantage of it, especially if he's going to return in the second leg. I'm assuming he has to be injured. We have to take those chances. But you can see by the way Inter Milan moves in the attacking third that they are lacking that confidence. Players are not making the runs. You can see Dzeko looks annoyed with some of the crosses from DeMarco. So it's very not fun to look at if you're a neutral. But as for Inter Milan fan, it's even worse because we know how this Inter Milan team is. I would say, with all things considered, this is not the worst case scenario. This is not the worst case scenario. So, folks, let me know what you think in the comment section below about this. Inter Milan, a team that has not been in good form. And honestly speaking, as an Inter Milan fan, if we could get to the next round and qualify for the UEFA Champions League, I would be very okay with that. But Mr. Coppa Italia Inzaghi will probably focus on the Coppa Italia and try to get us to win that. And that's what he does. That's what he does. I told people when he came in here, listen, I like him. I think he will be a great coach in the future. I just think he came to the club at the wrong time, and just too much pressure for a guy like him. And that's unfortunately the problem with Inter Milan. I remember the same thing happened with Stramaccioni. But it is what it is. I would hate that, Inzaghi wins us the Coppa Italia, but we get bombed out of the Champions League places because we need that money. And, it's a shame. So, if I had to end the season right now with a scenario as is, I would like us to qualify for the Champions League. Anything else after that is a bonus. And then we regroup and try to get our stuff together next year. So, yeah. People out there in the group, Kirby, I know Kirby was in there and he jumped out. I know a lot of guys at work right now. So let me know what you think in the comment section below when you get a chance. Join in and help me with this argument that I'm having. A lot of people are saying Syria is not very loved and Inter Milan fans are quiet. We had a lot of good responses the last time around, so let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. I really believe that Inter can take this game. They can take this game. So it's that was a long first half. That was a long first half, and I'll be honest. I pulled up my track pants here. I'm stretching my knees. I'm wearing my Inter Milan scarf. I would much rather be, that we were up like 1-0 or something. So like I said, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe and join us in the stream. And, show me some love. Show me some love, folks. Because I made this argument on a couple TV stations that you all need to talk about Syria and Italian football. And I need you all to show me that's the case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a halftime break and I'll return. So I will see you guys in a moment. All right, folks, and we're back. So I'm gonna try to pull up the chat, and it's back again, and it's 0-0. I know a lot of people are watching these games in their cars. It's an interesting time because of the workload. The It is quite difficult. Um, the time that this game is, so it's very interesting. Um, it seems like I'm all over the place, but if you're just joining us, it's 0-0. Welcome back. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, all these things. I'm doing a bit of a ratch stream at the moment, and I'm really enjoying the feedback from everybody else. This is the second stream, and folks, Inter Milan did okay in the first half, but obviously I think Benfica is going to come out now in the second half and try to attack. Inter Milan did a very expected and predictable approach where in these UEFA Champions League games you have to be very cautious, not too cautious, but Inter kind of control the play of the game for a while to a manageable pace. But as we're seeing now in the second half now, Benfica had stepped it up. The coach definitely at halftime must have told him, listen, we're at home, we need to take this game to Inter Milan and shake them up a little bit, because Inter Milan were in the ascendancy in the first half. They were definitely in the ascendancy. And if you're just joining us, the score is 0-0 in the 46th minute. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section below. Check us out on EXTVmedia.com, where we talk about esports, football, and also cricket as well, in case you don't know. So it's 0-0. For those of you who are paying attention to the other game, I think I don't know what the score is in the Manchester City Bayern Munich game. This is a watch along, so for those of you who don't have access, we don't have access to show the video, and I really love the engagement we get with this. So continue to join in, like, comment, subscribe, show your support by liking and subscribing to the Extra Time TV channel. We've been doing really great. I want to say a special thank you to all the fans from all over the world, because we see the analytics for one of our videos that is 0.6 million views and growing. That's the World Cup finals, where we captured the celebrations of myself and all the other fans, and also all the other videos we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. So Benfica has definitely come out really strong in the second half, which is expected. I think that's definitely what a coach would do, because it looked like Inter Milan was starting to put their foot down and stamp their authority a little bit on the game. Now, will this be a problem for Inzaghi? Because this is what has been hurting them in Serie A and in the last couple games, where they are not confident up front. They are not getting that connectivity and fluidity that you need from a team that has confidence. And in any sport you play, you know this. When a team isn't confident, it flows. Everything just flows. You don't have that little doubt and lack of confidence that makes you question your technique. And I think that's what's going on with Inter Milan, because they did create some half chances. There was some movement where the players seem out of sync. And you can see the players kind of shrugging their shoulders, having a go at each other. So I think there's a lot of tension in this Inter Milan camp. But with that being said, I think all Inter Milan has to do now is just really weather that storm from Benfica, try to slow the game back down to a manageable pace, and try to get back to what they're doing. I think, like I said, for the umpteenth time, not having Nicolas Otamendi helps. But you can see here, Inter Milan has been on the back foot since the beginning of the first half, and I think this may work for Inter Milan if they try to do the counter-attack. DeMarco, I would have thought the ball was out of play there, but it's in. This could also work in Inter Milan's favor. It's kind of built. This is a team that's built for the counter-attack. Now, there was a ball there that I felt Lautaro Martinez should have gotten. Definitely. So it's the intensity of the game has picked up, folks. The intensity of the game has picked up, and I have to be honest, it's looking like a proper game now, folks. It's looking like a proper game now. So for those of you who are just joining us, it is in the 49th minute, and the game is 0-0. 0-0, folks. A lot of it, there's a call for handball. It doesn't look that way. So I'm trying to multitask and do a whole bunch of things out here. I'd like to say a special thank you to all of viewers all over the world that has been supporting us. I think the way how this Inter Milan team is structured, that oh, that's some lovely skill there by and I'm looking at the replays. That is counter attack can work if they were scoring like they should, but they're not. They're not. So I think Inter, this is where the game management comes in. This is where the coaches and the players get their big money. They have to learn to handle these sort of things. Inter Milan have kind of stepped out the pace as well. A nice cross in there, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Barella. It is 1-0 to Inter Milan, folks. 1-0. Let's take a look at that replay. Benfica stepped it up, and like I said, it played right into the hands of Inter Milan, who got that counter attack. And wouldn't you know it, the shortest man on the field gets a goal. And I think it's a little bit of Inzaghi deserves a little bit of credit for that. So it is now 1-0 to Inter Milan. A goal from Barella. They were stepping up their pace, and unfortunately for Benfica, that is the case. That is the case. So I'm gonna have to update my graphic. I'm trying to do all these things, folks. I'm trying to do it all. It's difficult, but it is now 1-0 to Inter Milan. Inter Milan, I think, are doing really well. Folks, let me know if you're hearing me okay. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. I'm trying to reload the chat. I don't know why my chat isn't loading, but we're going to bring it back, folks. We're going to bring it back. Let's see. I don't know why this is happening. But I think we're back. I think we're back. Okay. So I'm leaving the chat open. It is 1-0. It is 1-0. In fact, I'm just going to, take off the chat window because it's just not working like it should. Folks, let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think about that goal? Do you think the tactics was great? I think it worked definitely into the favor of Inter Milan. So I'm trying to read some of the so I'm going to take off the YouTube. It's not working like it should. So it is now 1-0 to Inter Milan, a goal from Barella. And I have to be honest with you, folks. I have to be honest. I have to be honest with you. I am very much relieved. A lot of people thought Inter were going to lose this game by a lot of goals. And I disagree. I disagree. I think with all things being considered and how Inter have been playing for the last couple weeks in terms of form and so on, this is a familiar position for us. Now what Inter Milan has to do in this game, which I think would help their confidence, is to really manage this game well. Now Benfica is now probably thinking, they attacked Inter Milan and boom, we conceded a goal. Which I said leading up to the goal, that sort of play plays into the style of Inter Milan. Now if we could just be calm, control the inevitable Benfica onslaught, don't overcommit Inter Milan, could nick a second goal, and we head into the San Siro, Giuseppe Meazza, comfortable in the second leg, and we can focus on the league and definitely try to get some 3 points to get us back into those Champions League spots. Wow. Folks, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. A lot of people said that Inter Milan was not going to win this game. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke, but it's not. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So listen, kudos to Barella. It's 1-0 to Inter Milan. Let's hear some applause. To Inter Milan getting that goal. So I'm going to play it again. That goal. And I remember when Onana conceded that goal in the last game, I was literally like, that's how I was. That's how I was. So folks, let me know what you think. If you're joining us, we're in the 54th minute of the Champions League game between Benfica and Inter Milan, the first leg that's being played in Portugal, and it's 1-0, a goal from Barella, which is kind of interesting because he's a player that plays with a lot of heart for Inter Milan. And to get a header like that is very good from one of the shorter guys on the team. So we have Inter Milan. Unfortunately, let's not get carried away. Inter Milan have been in this position before, and we have conceded goals. We are our own worst enemy, folks. We are our own worst enemy. So Benfica is once again stepping up the gas a little bit. Wow! I could have sworn that was an equalizer for Benfica. Inter Milan are doing what Inter Milan does and just making life hard for themselves. I honestly, I need to see a replay of that. I don't know how it's not 1-1. It's not 1-1. I could have sworn Inter Milan conceded a goal there. So let's take a look at the replay. So the ball whips in, takes a shot, and okay, kudos. You know, Inter Milan player just crowded it out. That was a good tackle by Dumfries, and Bastoni doing enough to get the ball away. And wow, it's good defending. Good defending. Good defending. Because we all know, obviously, Benfica is going to try to attack now. And hopefully we could spring some counter-attacks. Maybe the inclusion of somebody like Lukaku can come in and hold up the ball and lay it off to a player like Martinez. I'm going to say this because I know a lot of Inter Milan fans are not going to like this, but Correa. I think Correa would thrive in a game like this. I know it's probably inevitable that he's gone at the end of the season. It's a shame because I think he is a good player, but he hasn't shown it for Inter. Injuries and so on, and you know, maybe that's the reason why Scaloni dropped him at the last minute for Inter Milan. So, as I said, it's the 57th minute and it's 1-0 to Inter Milan. 1-0. Benfica really trying to step it up. So this is where Inter really needs to... Ooh. Yeah, I think Lautaro got knocked over there. I don't think it was a foul. But this is where I think possibly he may bring in Lukaku to kind of hold the play up and do that sort of slingshot counter-attack that they do. They're going to need to do that quickly because Benfica is applying a lot of pressure. Inter is under a lot of pressure now, folks. Inter is under a lot of pressure. The crowd are demanding that Benfica take it to them, and it makes sense. This is expected if you concede a goal. So, you know, I'm hoping that Inter Milan is able to withstand this pressure for a little while. Maybe be able to kill things off a little bit and take a breather and possibly bring on, I would guess, Lukaku. Because there was a couple of times we tried to do a breakaway and Lautaro was knocked over. So maybe Dzeko may come off and we have that, you know, Lula combination that used to work so well in the past. So I have to say this. I think if Nicolas Otamendi was there, we would not have scored that goal. And I'm not surprised. Quote me, or whatever, that we got a goal from, you know, a cross. And it's interesting that, you know, it's one of our midfielders getting the goal and not one of our strikers. So this is where Inter, with a little bit of possession now, you know, Inter's probably going to try to calm things down a bit. To diffuse some of the pressure from Benfica, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So, you know, I think as it stands, it's a little bit of a clever tactical approach by Inter, but of course, you know, while I do understand the criticism of Inzaghi as somebody who has worked with professional teams and clubs both locally and internationally, I could tell you that, you know, you could have the perfect plan, but it's human beings that has to execute this. And you could have all the answers, but you have to get those players to respond to your tactics. Onana coming out really well there, looking pretty sharp. I'm hoping his confidence hasn't been shattered from that last game. I like Onana. I think he is a good addition to Inter, considering I think we got him on a free basically. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So we're in the 60th minute. I believe, now one of the criticisms Inzaghi gets is that he gets his substitutions wrong, more than he gets them right. I think Dzeko is trying to hold up the ball, but you know, credit to Benfica, they're applying some pressure and not allowing Inter to really hold the ball up and create that counter-attack, which will create some nervousness and tire out the legs of the Inter Milan players. But to be fair, this Inter Milan squad is built to handle this sort of pressure with the three at the back. That could switch to five at the back. But I don't think they should be doing that for the entire half. Um, DiMarco just kind of hoofing it out there. So now Onana could probably just calm things down a bit. I think it's Bastoni speaking to him, saying, "Okay, relax, catch your breath," that sort of thing. So Inter is trying to like draw Benfica in and obviously clearly get them on the counter attack. Yeah, so I really think maybe around the 65th minute, um, unless things get out of control, we may see the inclusion of Lukaku coming in. It would make the most tactical sense for Lukaku to come on. So while we're speaking, I'm trying to control the controller settings from over here. Yeah, so this substitution makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I agree with the substitution. I probably would not have taken out Lautaro, but I understand with the yellow card. Um, Joaquin Correa, I think this is a game with how Correa plays, he would thrive in. He has the characteristics to dribble and go wide. And he can cause problems. And you can see he's already kind of, this is where I think Correa needs to be used properly. And to be fair, Inzaghi's a coach that probably knows how to use him properly. And I think Correa's ability to take on players and run on the wings would work. So I think the subs make sense. I'm very much okay with the subs. So I think Inter has to be careful. One of the problems is that Inter has been in 1-0 positions before, and not gotten killed off the game, and then and we end up drawing games. So the game has woken up, folks, and expectedly so after that goal. So now the dynamic has changed where it kind of plays into Inter Milan's hands. Like I said, Inter Milan's enemy has always been themselves. Has always been themselves. So Benfica making some substitutions expectedly. I guess they want to turn the pressure on. Neres is on. So Inter Milan making their moves. Correa, Gosens and Lukaku, which I think makes sense. Beautiful pass. We could see a little bit more dynamism by Inter Milan. I think Correa. I think this is a game, the characteristics that, like I said, this will suit Correa and Lukaku. I think if they could get these guys to get some confidence heading into the final games of the season, it would help. It makes no use. We have these guys in the squad. Try to get them to perform, and if you're going to sell them, well, at least you'll get some value. But I think it's a shame because I think both players are quality players. It just hasn't worked. I think when Lukaku went to Chelsea, he came back damaged goods. Correa's injuries don't help. But you need to take some of the strain off of Lautaro and Dzeko. So I think this is where they really need to shine. But Inter Milan needs to really kind of control, you know, the middle area when they're counter-attacking. Because I think they're very okay with letting Benfica have the ball in you know, those sort of areas, and then swing for the counter-attack. Good job. Possession 1. Is that Korea? I would love for Korea to score. Beautiful pass. Korea. I would wear my Korea jersey proudly if he scores today. Yeah, I think Mkhitaryan, maybe somebody like Hakan would have probably finished that off. But it's a brilliant pass on Korea, and that's what Korea gives you, though. I know a lot of Inter Milan fans are going to give him crap, and rightfully so. That's a nice tackle. So I think I agree totally. That's a terrible clearance. Giving the ball directly back to Benfica, but so far, you know, controlled. Benfica is going to try to break through, but I think this plays into Inter Milan's favor. Looking at Korea and Lukaku. I saw the idea of Lukaku. Probably should have gone to Dumfries, but I saw what he tried to do. Yes, I think I have to give Inzaghi some credit. I think he got his substitutions right so far. It's just for Inter to really execute and see this game out. I think a second goal would be brilliant. You know, the away goals rule doesn't count anymore, so you know that 1-0 doesn't have that weight it probably had in the past. Okay, Inter Milan are looking more confident. Holding on to the ball, shrugging off challenges, which is good. A little bit of a dangerous pass. Like I said, I don't like to do commentary, but I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Not bad. They seem to be finding some Inter Milan look like they're getting all the 50-50 balls. Now, I know a lot of people are not going to admit this, but I think Korea and Lukaku coming on, combined with Gosens, is what's going to finish off this team. What we have to be careful is we have a tendency to concede stupid goals. So, you know, we're playing really well now and applying some pressure and showing some courage. And kudos, I think Inzaghi is getting his tactics right. I think this kind of works. Inter Milan can kind of catch their breath. But you don't want Benfica to settle too much. But the game is at that the right position for Inter Milan. Now, I think once again, because of the lack of Otamendi in there, we could win one of these headers. We have Lukaku, we have Correa, Bastoni. Not the best delivery. Okay, so Acerbi did a better cross than some of the crosses in the first half. I still think the deliveries are not great, but those balls are causing Benfica trouble. So far so good, folks. So far so good. But I really think this is where, on the counter-attack and set pieces, is where Inter Milan have the advantage on Benfica somewhat. Not good clearance by Benfica. So, you know, obviously Benfica trying to apply the pressure, push Inter Milan back. My neck is hurting from looking at the TV from this angle. So I know I got some suggestions. I should do this on Discord as well. So maybe I'll do that for the second leg, folks. I'll have it broadcast here and on Discord. I've never used it before, but we'll do it next time. We'll do it next time. And obviously I can't only do Inter Milan games, although I love Inter Milan. I will, try to give you guys a heads up. So Inter has to make sure, because I've seen Inter play really well in games. And listen, all Inter Milan fans know we cannot rest until this game is done. It's kind of like supporting Argentina in the last World Cup. You can't celebrate until it's done, until it's done. But I think if this game ends with this result, that I think Inzaghi, although we criticize him a lot and the players, as I'm seeing so far, while it is not perfect, deserve some kudos. Some kudos for their preparation. But it's far from over, folks. 20 minutes and more left. Lots can happen, especially with Inter Milan. It's the cup, folks. It's the cup. And this is the thing I think that drives Inter Milan fans crazy. We get good results against these big teams. And I think that's the frustrating part. While it's not a perfect Inter, it's still a very strong Inter. Like when we defeated Liverpool 1-0, and thinking, okay, we can handle these guys, and then we will come back and lose their team, or draw to, like Lecce or somebody. I think that's what infuriates Inter Milan fans. So the question we have to ask, is it that Inter is not built for multiple competitions right now? What I mean by that is they use a lot of their energy and focus in the Champions League, but it's difficult to sustain that throughout the season. Is that a squad problem? It's obviously a mentality problem, but that's why you have players and squads and coaches. And that's why I think players like Conte and those kind of loud coaches, I know a lot of people don't like some of those shouting coaches, but I actually think sometimes they're necessary to just kind of keep players in line. Benfica getting some play on the wing. Dangerous crossing. Oof. A shot from Ronaldo, not Cristiano, I think. That was a proper chance of Benfica. That was a proper chance of Benfica, and should be a wake-up call to Inter Milan, where, to say, listen guys, keep sharp. So Benfica has a set piece. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know how this is going to go. Inter Milan has a tendency to slip up. I hope they keep their concentration. It was a bad delivery. That was not a good clearance. They just give it right back to Benfica. I felt that was a little bit lazy. I don't know who did that because I can't see. Nice win by Bastoni, it looks like. Or Mkhitaryan. Okay, so this is a nice 3 versus 3. Nice passing. Barella. Ooh. Inter had a bit of an advantageous position there. Barella once again being... that's a nice shot. Let's see. Did it deflect? No. I felt as if Barella should have passed that ball. I felt he should have passed that ball, but his confidence is high. Having that ability to shoot from distance is good. So here we go. Inter has to be careful. The crowd is calling for a foul, but it seems like it's a good tackle. Another giveaway again. So Inter has to be careful. Because obviously Benfica is going to step things up. Lukaku is not going to add much defensively, so they have to be careful. Okay, so this actually works against Benfica. That I can't see who it is kind of rolling around on the floor. Benfica were in the ascendancy. They were in the ascendancy. So, let's see. So looking at the replay, it's a very good tackle. So I think this actually works against Benfica because they were a little bit in the ascendancy there. And Inter can catch their breath, and Zaghi could tell them on the sidelines, guys, keep it focused. Keep it focused. I believe as the game gets closer to the end, Lukaku and Correa on the counter attack with Gosens. It's probably going to be the nail in the coffin for Benfica. But this is Inter Milan, folks. This is Inter Milan. Anything can happen. We've seen it so many times. So let's hope, you know, this. I'm hoping that this game gives the team that bit of a mental fortitude to head into the season and say, guys, let's do this. And the thing is, with knockout competitions, no matter who you play, anything goes. I think getting here has already been a success. I think that's one of the problems Inter Milan fans were complaining about in the past. It shows you perspective. When we had the money, Conte was just, you know, not doing it in the Champions League. Inzaghi seems to have a knack for the knockout competitions. Cherby getting into a little bit of a, I'm guessing it's a little bit of theatrical things to kill some time. Lukaku holds the ball up, good pass, doing exactly what I think he should be doing. I would swing the ball across if I was that guy. Brozovic. Okay, so Inter is doing a good job of kind of getting around the press of Benfica. It's kind of like these teasing passes to Leo Benfica in and then try to attack. So there we go. Same sort of cross in. Wow! That could have been 2-0. Two double saves from Benfica. From Barella, I think. I can't remember. And that's the thing. Inter creates chances, you know. That's the thing. Inter creates this, so for Inter Milan fans, this is familiar. They do create chances. Let's take a look at the replay. Deep cross from Bastoni when he pushes forward. Dumfries, nice header. And then, so it's a good block. I felt it was straight at the keeper. Not so much really a great save, but you know. And then the follow-up was blocked. I felt with a little bit more composure, Dumfries could have finished that off. And these are the things that hurt Inter Milan. Once again, there's a VAR check for something. Didn't look like a handball to me, but let's see. Let's see. So we may get a penalty, folks, which I think would be perfect. I didn't see anything. So the referee's going to have a look, folks. Suspense. Suspense. So are we going to get a penalty? Is it a penalty? So, do we give the ref applause? Let's see. Well, so the referee is looking at a screen with the UEFA badge. He's waiting for images. So he's seeing what we're seeing. So this is hilarious. Oh, there we go. So he's seeing some images. So the ball goes in. Ooh. João Mario, man, that's pretty tight. I guess depends on the ref. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think. Is it a handball? It's in the box. Does he give it? He gives it. He gives it, folks. Penalty awarded to Inter Milan. Can they score it? Can they score it? Can they score it? Let's see. Let's see. Who's going to take the penalty? Lukaku? The thing is with penalties these days, you cannot just say it's a goal. Goalkeepers are trained now. So let's see. So the ex-Inter Milan player doing a favor to Inter Milan, I guess. Now, I personally believe it's a little bit harsh. I play football recreationally and so on, even at my university, and I just think the handball rules are a bit ridiculous. Just like how the new rules for goalkeeping. So Lukaku is going to take the penalty kick. Let's see. Can the big man do it? Come on, folks. This is where we need you, Lukaku. Come on, Lukaku. Come on, folks. Come on, folks. This would make things very beautiful for Inter Milan. Come on, Inter. Come on. Come on, Lukaku. Come on. Come on. Yes! Lukaku doing his trademark thingamajig, whatever. I think it's justice because of the racism that he had to put up with. I think he got a goal. I think it's a master stroke from Inzaghi. He got his tactics right. It is now 2-0, folks. It is now 2-0. I'm going to have to update my graphic, folks. It's a problem I love to have. So it is now 2-0 from a PK from Romelu Lukaku. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So apparently there's some bookings for the celebrations. I think Inter gets picked on a lot with their celebrations. I don't like that. It's not nice. So let's Benfica 0. A penalty kick from Lukaku's converted. Oh, and the keeper guessed the right way though. So he tried to fake it out with a salute and whatever. So this is great. So we can kind of relax now. I think Inter needed that second goal. I think it was tactically very clever by Inzaghi. And I think now Benfica are now going to try to attack now, which kind of plays into Inter Milan's behavior. So they're just going to have to see it out, keep the clean sheet. If, it presents itself. So this is great. I actually think the dynamism of the substitutions really helped. And of course, João Mario messing it up for his team. And I think it's good because if Nicolas Otamendi returns, if it was 0-0, it would have been very difficult to score because, he is a champion. He's actually a player I signed to Inter Milan in my career mode in FIFA. So I think the dynamic of this game will work in Inter Milan's favor because, as I said, with Benfica trying to attack now, they can now counter-attack and hurt them. Wow, Benfica. Naturally are trying to create some chances. They did an in-swinging cross, which could have caused Inter some problems. It seems Dzeko got a yellow card for celebrating. I think Inter Milan gets picked on a lot for the celebrations, folks. So it was a in-swinging cross to the right side of Inter Milan's defense. He got inside Dumfries, which, I think it was covered pretty well, but still, you have to be careful. So I think the game, the tie is definitely in favor of Inter Milan. Good hold-up play by Lukaku. It would be great if Lukaku gets a good boost of form heading towards the end of the season and Korea, so he could take the load off of Dzeko and Lautaro. Ooh, Korea! I would love if Korea scores, man, but he didn't. But that's what I'm talking about, these characteristics suits these players. unfortunately, he didn't get his foot to it. That should have been number 3 at least. But you could see a little bit of a pep in the step of the Inter Milan players. Some nice confidence. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think okay, so Ambrosio is coming on. I guess to probably rest Dumfries, probably tighten things up. Hopefully, listen, confidence does wonders for players. Wonders. So hopefully the team is, revitalized after this. So it's an interesting sub, but I guess, he wants to rest Dumfries. Inter has some challenging weeks coming up. I think they really want to get that Champions League spot. But I think this game would boost their confidence. I think Inzaghi has to be smart about the rotation. Benfica trying to apply some pressure. Inter playing out the press. Not bad. Not bad. So I think it kind of works now for Inter Milan. Benfica is going to have to force and get something. Which just kind of works in Inter Milan's favor. So the advantage is if it stays like this and we come into the second leg, which, with Inter Milan, we're going to have to kind of expect, a very clever, aggressive attack from Benfica in the second leg. And, Inter is going to have to try to be very, have good game management and kill the game off. It's a nice ball to Lukaku. Doesn't have the pace to get to it. So, folks, if you're just joining us, it's 2-0. Inter Milan, a goal from Barella and a penalty given to Inter Milan from former Inter player João Mario, which Lukaku converted. And Inter has created a good bit of chances in this game, but Benfica, to their credit, has... Benfica, while I'm saying this, Benfica created chances. Benfica did create some good chances as well. There was a chance that, was pretty much almost in. And Inter's defense did well enough to kind of get it out. But I was amazed. Something's happening. What's happening here? So Benfica obviously trying to pull a goal back. So at least they can head into the second leg with a little bit less of a gap. The away goals no longer apply, so maybe in previous years this would have been like almost curtains for Benfica, but it's no longer the case. Let me know what you think about that. Do you think the away goals being done away with is a good thing? I would have loved if Korea scored. I think it's good for Inter Milan that these other guys score. The Fry is coming on, I guess, to kill off the game. Perhaps maybe for Bastoni. Trying to figure out that sub. Inter Milan doesn't really need to apply too much pressure. This is a team, like I said, it's built for the counter-attack. So, they're not pressing high. If you notice, Inter allows players to come into the middle area of the pitch. And then they only really close when they get into the attacking, Benfica's attacking third. I know I'm supposed to engage more, but I'm so into this game. I am so into this game. Neres trying to create something. It seems like they have identified a weak area on the right side of Inter's defense. This is about the 5th time they've tried that. And, you know, to be fair, they are getting some half chances. So, like I said, usually I criticize Inzaghi a lot, but I think he got his substitutions right. In this case, even before the goals were scored, I agreed with it. So it's not because of the goal scoring. 4 minutes of extra time. Bastoni coming off is interesting because I think, you know, I don't know if it's a fatigue issue or thinking about rotation, but I would keep my defenders on just to seal the result, because I would hate, you know, I think it would not be good for Inter Milan to concede a goal right now. Onana comfortably saving. So I think, you know, Inter just needs to kind of be smart now. I always never like defenders coming in this late in the game unless they have to. Cherry trying to find Gosens. I'm unnaturally quiet because I'm really enjoying this. The thing is, when you bring centre halves, you know, centre backs into the game, they have to adjust to the pace of the game, and you know, it's something I've always been uneasy about. So Benfica, like I said, I think the absence of Otamendi helped us a bit. There's a couple, maybe about a minute and a half left. So let's see how it goes. So Inter Milan getting some possession here. Inter Milan needs to be smart. Great save by Onana. Terrible giveaway by Brozovic. And this is where Onana can bail Inter out. And yes, it's full time. 2-0. What a brilliant save by Onana. Brilliant save. Brilliant save. Inter Milan could have easily conceded a goal there. It's a bit of a giveaway from Brozovic. So congratulations to Inter Milan. Listen, you don't say this often, but Inzaghi, you got your substitutions right. While, like I said, it was far from a perfect game, Inter Milan win this game 2-0. So they head back to Italy with a 2-0 advantage. And, you know, goals from Barella and Lukaku. And I have to say that I think Inter Milan managed the game well, considering their bad form and the things are just not going well for them. And maybe this may be the catalyst for Inter Milan to head back in. Folks, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. If you're joining in, it's been, like I said, I had to put together this stream really hastily. But let me know what you think in the comment section below about this and about Inter Milan's performance and overall. So like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Comment in the comment section below. And also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, because when you do, you automatically qualify for a chance to either win a jersey of your choice with the team of your choice or a copy of FIFA from the kind folks of my store. So like I said, folks, if you're just joining in for the last couple seconds, Inter Milan has won the first leg against Benfica. I think it was a very brave and tactically sound performance by Inter Milan. It was not perfect. I think the finishing once again probably could have made this game close off a bit more earlier for Inter Milan, but I think the substitutions and when Inzaghi made the substitutions were right. The inclusion of Lukaku and Correa and Gosens were very much great. I'm not too sure about the centre backs, but I think he's trying to rotate and have his squad prepared for the league matches and the Coppa Italia and try to balance that squad so that they head into the final part of the season not just falling out of the Champions League spots but doing well. So once again, folks, this is Andre Sooklal of Extra Time TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below. And once again, I'll be having other live streams. I may be doing it on Discord the next time around. So like I said, folks, thank you for joining us. And Inter Milan continues to cause us pain and headaches. But I believe that this team could get to the next stage of the Champions League. So once again, folks, thanks for joining us. This is Andre Sooklal, and it's lovely having you all here. Stay tuned for more. We have some announcements coming up from EXTV very soon.